This is groundbreaking stuff, guys. You can now generate lead gen websites specific to your business, specific to your agency, specific to your clients' businesses that can generate leads for them and bring them actual traffic and revenue. Let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to create a lead gen website for our agency. I want you to take what you see in this video and apply it to your own agencies, your own businesses, your own verticals. Whatever business you're in, there is a way to kind of create one of these websites. Now, specifically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking for leads for our agency, okay? So it's a lead gen website. It's kind of like a secondary website, but it's actually not going to be in this case. I'm just going to do Craft Agency US or craftagency.us or something like that. So it's going to be branded around our agency. So it's not even a secondary website. It's just another way to find leads. Now, the main reason I'm doing this isn't to find leads for the agency. It's actually just to show you guys my thought process here. Now, this is experimental, okay? So this hasn't really been done on YouTube ever. And whether it'll actually work or not is kind of, I'm going to show you guys live. I'll keep updating you with this, etc., etc. I might keep the URL private for now, but I don't know. We'll see about that. So let's just talk about the prompt, because the prompt here is specific for Lovable.Dev. Just as an introduction to Lovable.Dev, by the way, what they have is they have an integration with Superbase. Now, Superbase is a very, very interesting database tool, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do actually is just go to superbase.com, new project here. We'll choose the organization here, and we'll call this video. I can think of anything. And then we'll just give it a password here and then create a new project. So the reason that we do that first is because we can then connect to Superbase very, very easily from Lovable. But the cool thing about Superbase is that it has this thing called edge functions. Basically, when you create kind of a website like this, normally you have a front end and a back end, right? And you kind of need to think of both and like how you're going to like connect them and everything like that. In this case, all we actually really need is a front end and then database, right? We're using edge functions. So what this is actually going to do is Lovable is going to create a function here, and then it's going to basically use edge functions to call that function that it creates here, okay? So you don't even have to worry about anything beyond just pretty much designing the front end and then making sure it kind of works, and then you're pretty much done, okay? So it's a very, very interesting system, and I'm very, very excited to show people this. But let's just talk about the prompt here. So I want you to create a website using Superbase edge functions. The idea behind this website, by the way, I have no idea about costs here, guys. I literally have no idea what Superbase is going to charge us, etc., etc. So do be warned of that as well. This is completely experimental. I have no idea what the costs are going to be here. The idea behind this website is to be a dynamically generated SEO powerhouse that generates content. I will leave this prompt in the description, by the way, guys. That generates content at the point of someone clicking the page, making sure to take all parts of SEO into account. I want to generate a website to advertise my SEO agency in the US market by ranking for SEO in X major city, Y state, and have 5 niches: SEO agency, backlink agency, content writing agency, web design agency, CMS web development agency, okay? And then I'll just put in brackets here with keywords like Shopify, WordPress, Next.js, custom. Okay, just as I'm just going to add that here just because I think that's relevant here. The idea is to cache everything for 6 months, but let Google generate the content using their crawlers. So this isn't, it's not a new thing, but it's something I've been talking about for a while on the channel. It feels like dynamically generated content that you allow Google to generate itself, that is then cached, the results are then cached, and then when a user clicks on it, it instantly shows them that page. For some reason, anyway, I'm not sure why, Google seems to really prefer that structure. So I'm actually going to do that, where we're going to generate landing pages, right, with forms, images, and writing specifically to create landing pages for like SEO agency Los Angeles, SEO agency New York, etc., right? Completely experimental, as I said before. So make sure you think about SEO at every turn, including schema, meta titles, meta descriptions, sitemap generation, robots.txt, and anything else relevant. Each of these pages should have dynamically generated content using ChatGPT 4o mini model, OpenAI, multimodal, including checking images. I'm going to get rid of that because it's just too complicated. If you're really trying to do this where all the images are perfect, then you'd probably want to do that. But in this case, I'm not going to. And Pixabay API to make unique landing pages on these topics. Use broad terms like business, etc., in order to ensure that the pages all look good. Also, remember to think about mobile optimization and page speed. The content should be generated at the point of the page being loaded, in brackets, by Google's crawlers, and then cached again using Superbase. And there needs to be a form they can fill in, which is a lead gen form, which leads to Superbase. This lead needs to be on all landing pages and should make part of the landing pages and should be a separate table to the cache system. You can make a template and then use separate prompts for each part of the template with a, in brackets, we have a large call per minute rate limit with OpenAI. I think it's 4,000 plus. I'll probably check that. But for example, generate a title, a meta title for this page, generate a title, generate a heading for the top of the page, generate content for this section, etc. And then fill it in with Pixabay and GPT-4o Mini. Please be intelligent. So this is one thing that I've noticed that's really good about Lovable over something like Bolt, is when you give it the freedom to code and to prompt in a certain way, its ability to actually be intelligent in the way that it puts prompts and information and data together. One thing with Bolt is that it just doesn't really do that properly. It just kind of throws things up, and that the final content, if you're making a content generator, for example, is just absolute trash. Whereas Lovable seems very good at following kind of, or thinking about its own processes, which is really cool. So I just said, please be intelligent in your prompting and how you create the system so every page has a lot of useful, not irrelevant, and good content on the page that could rank on Google and has images, a form, and anything else you deem relevant. The main goal is to rank on Google with dynamically generated content using metadata, title and description, and content on the page, including optimizing titles and content for the following keywords, replacing Los Angeles with each popular city and state. Just full transparency, this is how I came up with that list. I just went on keywordtool.io, completely free to see the keywords, not free to see the volumes, but you don't need the volumes necessarily. You could also use Google Ads Keyword Planner. I just typed in SEO agency in Los Angeles, and kind of the way this works is basically if it's in Los Angeles, it will also be how people search in Fort Worth or wherever in the US. I'm really bad with US place names, just so you know. So yeah, and then I just went through the list manually and just came up with a few that I thought would be kind of applicable to every place, basically. And then further down, there's just documentation for everything here. And then I'll just put this above this documentation. I'll show you how I came up with this list as well. So this should go here. Answer these FAQs as part of the process on each page. And then to get this, all I did was just go to ChatGPT and then just said, give me 10 questions that could be applied to anyone's search for an SEO agency in their city. For example, how much does an SEO agency cost in Los Angeles? Give me 10 of the most searched questions. So that's how I came up with this FAQ list. Then I just gave it the quick start, OpenAI documentation, and the Pixabay documentation. That's literally all this is. Okay, there's nothing else going on here. So prompts to make a lead gen website, and I'll put this in the description of the video. And then we'll just hit enter on Lovable here. So I am paying for Lovable. The reason that I'm paying for Lovable, just so people know, is I believe if you're not paying, then you cannot do a private project. I don't really want to share my projects with people. I want them to be private, hence why I'm paying for Lovable. And then, yeah, pretty much That's the entire process. So what it's going to do is now it's going to run us through the entire system. Okay, so this is, again, why I really, really like Lovable. I just love the way that it does things, basically. So we'll go through this and I'll show you how this works. So it says here, would you like me to proceed with implementing the Superbase edge functions for content generation and caching? If there's blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there is an error here. So we'll say try to fix. You want to be fixing errors as you go, just because, yeah, you may as well. If you want to view the project at any time, you can just click the link like this as well. Okay, so now I'll say, please continue full implementation of the project. I'm probably just going to be saying that for a little bit of time, to be honest with you. So it would be interesting to see how it's doing this. So that's the Pixabay integration, schema, nice. Service landing page. So generate meta title, generate meta description, generate main content. I think the implementation is fine at the moment. Generate schema, 5 relevant FAQs, basic parsing. I mean, yeah, this implementation is fine. So I just said implement edge functions and dynamic routing. Dynamic routing basically means that every page that can exist does exist, kind of, is how I would describe that. So we still don't have anything here because it's just making the index.tsx now, that's why. There we go, okay, we got something. Okay, that's fine. So for now, let's just connect here. So we'll connect to video, the one that I made before, connect. So this is the really cool thing about Lovable is you don't really have to worry about the Superbase integration. Now you still will have to do a few different things here, but a lot of the editing stuff it will do now. So it even says, look, you haven't created any tables in your Superbase project yet. So it's literally going to tell me how to do this. So you can now work with a fully featured backend and add powerful features to your app to make your app truly functional. User accounts, store and use real data, add advanced features like edge functions, etc., etc. So I want you to add edge functions, and also you've built more of a SaaS than a lead gen website. I need some basic pages like a home page, and then the other pages, each pillar page, the 5 what they call niches, and then 200 of the most popular US towns should then be generated dynamically as discussed before. Please refine these steps as well to make sure the content that's generated isn't trash. So this is the first thing it's going to do. Let's start by setting up the database structure for our content management and caching system. We'll need to create tables for storing generated content and location. Perfect. So it says you'll want to add all 200. So why does it say population? I don't need population. What I would probably have to do here is add these myself. So remove population and just do the first 20 cities. Okay, so for now we'll just do 20 cities just because I can add to this later, I believe, and I don't want to get held up. So we'll just copy here. And then what you need to do is you need to go to Superbase and then just on the side, SQL editor, or is it table editor? It's SQL editor. And then just paste this command and then run. And it should say success, no rows returned, perfect. So now we should have a table here, or not. Yeah, here, so locations and cached content, perfect. Amazing, so we're making some progress. Okay, I've done that. Please add edge functions for content generation. So now what this is going to do is it's going to actually make edge functions. So if I go here, we'll see edge functions appear here. And this will also then be a really good way to track how many pages Google has attempted to create. Okay, so the idea here is we have a system that creates content when someone clicks on it, right? But that someone can be a robot. And if it's a Google crawler, even better, because it's attempting to crawl what we've created, basically, if that makes sense. Okay, so I need my Open API key here, so I'm just going to add that quickly. So I've just put my API key here, and then I'm just going to press save, continue adding edge functions. I have added my API key. So if I go to here, yeah, there we go, generate content, perfect. Okay, nice. It's actually, there we go. Improved prompts for better content quality. That's exactly what I wanted. There we go. This is looking a bit better now. Yeah, look at that. This is what I wanted. Really, really good. Okay, so let's just press try to fix here. It looks like it is trying to load something though. Let's just give this a little go. This isn't how I want the website to look at all, but it is trying to generate something, it seems. Okay, it's trying to use the wrong ChatGPT endpoint. Okay, trying to fetch again. This is good though. Look at the top, /backlink agency /Los Angeles /California. So it's got the idea. It's just whether or not we can break through to it actually being a website instead of just being, that. Let's see. Might be able to see what's going on here in the console logs. Calling generate content function with prompt. So there we go. Okay, beautiful. There we go. There's the content. Now it's doing the 5 relevant FAQs. Okay, nice. So we got something. Oh, look at that. Is that Los Angeles? Hell yeah, dude. Okay, so I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but it's getting there, right? Actually insane, guys. Just wow. Okay. Oh wait, sorry. One thing I do want to check is if I refresh this now, is it cached? Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Okay, so look at that though. That's crazy, dude. Okay, so let's change a few things. Firstly, we need a homepage, which should be a series of images, etc. Then we need a header for each of the 5 niches in the header. Then we need caching to ensure the content isn't generated every time. Then we need marked or something to display the markdown content that is generated by the system, and also ensure the form submission is working. Also get a few more images of business, etc., and if possible put them in the main content. So also the business name is Craft Agency US, and all of the CSS and branding and styling should use similar stuff to the attached image. Other than that, yeah, there are some things I want to change and stuff, but that's pretty cool that you can build something that quickly. Okay, so again, just a few changes that I want to make, but let's just see how it implements these changes. Already this video is crazy because you can take what I've shown you here and extrapolate it into whatever the hell you want, right? It's just kind of up to you guys how you do that process. But already this is really, really cool. Okay, so let's start with the database changes need to support content caching. So again, it wants me to go to SQL editor, paste this, and then run. Success, no rows returned, perfect. And I'll say continue implementation of these steps. Remember to include the information in the prompting where relevant, for example, our agency's name, etc. I'm getting very excited by this, guys. Very, very excited. So I think you could go even further with this, right? And just split this into 15 or 20 different OpenAI prompts and build something chunk by chunk, right? We're just discovering this together. I'm literally doing this for the first time live in front of you guys. And I've already got to the point where you can generate something like this, right? Which is almost there. I would say it was about 50% of the way there already. And I don't even know how long we've been filming, but only 30 minutes of filming with no edits basically in there. So yeah, it's crazy, really. It's crazy what you can do with AI now. Now, I hope this unlocks things for more people because I'm just kind of spitballing here with ideas. Come on, can you just text these things to me? I would have checked. And you don't have, I'm making a video of that. You don't just ring me and ask for a little panettone. Just text me and I'll come bring you one. I'll burn it. Okay. Ciao. Ciao, ciao. I have a little panettone, please? Okay, so we can see here. Now, I don't know if this domain's available. I guess I'd have to check. So let's just go to Vercel real quick. I'm kind of doing things on the fly here. Yeah, we're on Vercel again. craftagencyus.com. Okay, it's available and it's cheap. Perfect. Good. Okay, that's fine. So, I mean, it's picked that for me, but it's really, really cool doing this because I'm just, oh, look at that. It's better already. Oh my God, it's pretty much there. Jesus Christ. Like, I've only been doing this for, oh, wait, no. Wait. Pricing is not a good idea to put here. Quotes is not a good idea because they're made up. Contact form. If I click this, does this? Oh, look at that! Did you see that? That's so cool. Right, this is freaking incredible. Damn, dude. I mean, and so if I refresh this now, has it cached it? Holy Jesus, this is so interesting. I don't like these FAQs. Let's refine the FAQs a bit, and also, okay, just so everyone knows, I'm probably not going to do this in this video, okay? But what you should do is you should get a list of all your pricing, a list of all your offerings, a list of just everything that you've got, all of your information, all of your, your brand voice, everything, right? Attach them here, and then do this process, okay, and create yourselves one of these lead gen websites. Now, I'm just looking at making content, doing experiments, things like that. So obviously I'm trying to get this out as soon as possible, okay? Because I don't want to sit here for 4 hours working on this. But just so you guys know, like, if you do all of that and you make one of these lead gen websites, and then you try and rank across the internet using this, I think this is a very, very powerful method for lead gen, right? Now, I'm probably going to just work a little bit more on this, but it's still quite far from where we would want it to be. But basically, we've got all of the base elements that we needed, right? So now, I don't even know what the homepage is. Is there a homepage? Okay, it's still this. So you'd want to create a homepage as well. Again, just use AI. And then you'd want to do a header at the top. You'd want to change the branding, change the colors, etc. Make sure everything works. So I would probably just try and submit this, for example. Okay, look at that. Successful. Okay, wow. So let's just refresh this and see if we've got, some kind of... Okay, so it says success, but it doesn't look like there's actually any success here because... yeah, I don't think that's how that works. But this is very, very cool. It's very, very interesting. You can do so much here. Did I press try to fix already? I'm just going to keep pressing try to fix for now until there are no more errors because, and then I'm going to say, let's refine the FAQs a bit and also change the branding to the branding that I sent to you before. I mean, with the images, it's really, really hard to get the images in this content. So I'll just say, if possible, don't mention pricing, etc. Don't mention phone number, and improve the lead gen form a bit by having different options. Also, I need a header with all of the location, all of the niches in it. Plus, when I click the niche, it should be an index page of all of the locations. And also I need a home page. So it's kind of one thing that I don't like is that it's a little bit, it's not as kind of broad as Bolt. Like one thing that Bolt's really good at is implementing all of these changes at the same time. Now, one bad thing about that is that it doesn't do a very good job. So I guess, to be honest with you, this is potentially the better way to do it. Okay, so I mean, it's telling me to do this, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna follow what it's telling me to do. Okay, so I did say success there, good. Okay, lead form with more options, perfect. Let's create a service index page, perfect. Let's update the app.tsx to include the new routes and navigation, perfect. Let's create a simple home page, perfect. Let's update the service landing page component to use the new branding and colors and remove pricing mentions. So I will launch this website just so everyone knows, just because I want to show that you can get traffic here. But yeah, it's not going to be quite as perfect as maybe some people would want. So I want to see the header and stuff, but it doesn't seem to want to show me the header. The homepage is still this. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay. Beautiful. So I click this. Ah, yeah, dude. Nice. Content writing, web design. Not all of those buttons work, right? Very interesting. It's going in a circle there. Currently, the index pages are going in a circle, and also it doesn't look anything like this example. What I mean by a circle is there's no content generated by pen page. Also, the index pages need SEO and titles. Also, I need a home page which looks like a home page for this business. Wait, let me just check if that. If I go on here, what happens? Oh, is this? Oh, this is the home page. Oh, okay. Oh, that's probably fine, to be honest with you. Let's forget that. Also, yeah, let's just say also make the home page a bit more detailed. Okay, let's just press enter here. So yeah, when I click San Jose here, it should generate the content, but it's not. Okay, so update the index page to match the design shown in the image. Update the servicing to include profit SEO. Beautiful. This is fine. Oh. What? What just happened? Holy shit, that's insane, dude. What? What? Did you see that? What the fuck? That was just a crazy change. Like, what the hell? Just wasn't expecting that at all. So now if I open this should be that. Yeah. As if, man. That's so crazy that it just did that. So we're almost there, guys. We've actually almost created exactly what I had in my head at the beginning. So, and then you could literally just add more sections step by step here, right? This is a really interesting way to grow in other countries or whatever. Like I could take all of this because, you know, it's ours anyway. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I could get all these as well. Okay, so now if I click this should work. No. Okay, amazing. There we go. Right. Look at that. Professional backlinking services, Phoenix. And then it's going to generate the content. Oh my God, it's actually done. I actually just built that. I didn't even know how to build this an hour ago. That's fucking insane. Now, I don't know if this is an issue because it takes so long, so I might have to try to, what's it called? Async. Damn, dude. No way. Maybe put images on the right. That may make more sense, probably. These are all tiny changes that I would just have to... So what was that? What page am I on? Backlink agency, Phoenix, Arizona. Backlink agency, Phoenix. Okay, so it is cached. That's incredible. There are a lot of things that I'm going to change about this, guys. I'm probably not going to be showing specifically this process anymore for this particular website. I'll probably do some different examples though. But I just, this is something that we're going to be doing as an internal project. So I'm probably going to change the URL. I'm probably not going to be talking about this website much more, but this is kind of the process, right? So now we would have a page, if you look at the top here, what does that say? Top backlink agency services in Phoenix, AZ, craft agency, right? This is now the page pretty much as you see it that we would want to rank on Google. We're going to be making a lot more changes to this as well. And we're going to remove this. We're going to sort this line out a little bit and this spacing and all the other tiny little things, probably add some more sections to the homepage. But this is a complete website as you can see it. So I would now publish this, and just in case you're watching this video until the end and you want to know what to do next, you would get this in GitHub, right? I don't necessarily know. Yeah, so I can press edit code here, connect GitHub, get it in GitHub, get it on your local machine, npm run build, get it built so that it's building. Then you go on Vercel, import from GitHub, the new GitHub, once you've got it built on your local machine, push it back to GitHub, right? Import it into Vercel, add a domain, publish it, and you're done, right? Google will then generate all of these pages for you by crawling the website. That's all of the logic, guys. You don't need anything except what I've shown you in this video. I will leave this prompt in the description of this video as usual, just because, I'm here to help people grow at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope that this was an interesting video. This is groundbreaking stuff that nobody else is talking about and nobody else has talked about. This is a method that we're going to be using in the agency just to see if we can build a few more relationships, get a few more people to talk to us, etc., etc. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're watching all the way to the end of this video, you're an absolute legend, and I'll see you very, very soon with some more content. Peace out. Watch this video if you want to learn about, in my opinion, the most slept on part of the OpenAI API, the Assistants API.